Can you hear me, Spoon? What's up, man?
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us
I'm about to play Con, so
Silicon
I'm going to
Valley
get off the mic for a
and
minute so I
Levi's
can concentrate.
Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important
All right.
divisional round matchup in the NFC.
I'll hit you up later.
Between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Here's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Garoppolo on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. Finding Gabriel complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
21.
On first down, Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Hurry up!
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to... And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3.
Start left here. Lower ball, lower ball. Louis.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dante Hightower in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Super! Starting left here.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Five. Tiger. Value 1.
There's Goff. Flushed out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Left. Go.
To the air again. Goff. His throw incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Starting left here. Go, 12, go.
Goff throwing again. And that's complete to Cooks. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And a gain there of 11 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, 40 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff now looks to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play, because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Value 3. Value 3. Super 66. Value 1.
Goff on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Value 1. Hey, check. 3 down. 11.
Again, Goff. Open man right side is Cup, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Goff now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Dula. Value 3. Value 3. Go.
Throwing again is Goff. They'll roll him out right. Airing it out deep for Wolf. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 56 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, fellas, here we go.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
11.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now McKinnon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
21, 21. 11, 11, 11, 11. Yes.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Samson Ebukam able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be fourth down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Carlos Henderson. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. On first down, it's gone. Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield? Let's find out what they have dialed up. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 right at the 30.
Value three.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Left. Louis. Super. Hardball.
On second down, here's Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag. And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Hardball. 14. 14. 76. Tell him. 76. 76.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Another carry now for Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now gone. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
DC. Go. 5. 76. Come on. 76. 76.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Go, 12, go. 11. Do up. 76, tell him. 76. 76.
Now it's gone. Yeah, he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets past one man. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11. Hey, go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 27 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Reuben Foster in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Go, 12, go. Merlin. Hardball. Yes, sir. Shout.
From the gun, here's Gone. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
12.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Garoppolo now, perfect since the 2nd half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
11.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Garoppolo. And this is Gabriel on the catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Yeah, the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The reason that counter and misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go. 11. Value three. Starting left here.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Shell. Four down. Check. Starting left here. Louis.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. They said beginning of the year, our goal is to get into the conference championship game at least, and they have done that.
And how about that? They set their goals and they achieved them. I actually write down my goals each and every year and rarely achieve them. So this is a big deal. And now they can set their goals one sight higher. Win this one, they go to the Super Bowl.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
Yo.